YouTube. I'm back at the house. It's Tuesday. I got here around 12:30. I am working on getting rid of the rest of this wallpaper so I can start repairing. But I wanted to show you, I'm in the foyer area, and this is one type of wallpaper that they used to have in here. It's kind of fun. Kind of fun. So, yeah, just wanted to show you that. Alright, so I've got, with the steamer, all of this down. They did some repairs over there, which is interesting. And so the rest of this, I'm going to have to use some, oh goodness, some wallpaper stripper. Because you can't use the steamer if it's not flush to the wall. So, I mean, you can, but you're going to be doing a lot of work. So the next step of this fun phase is to get this off of the arch, and then I can start repairing the walls. So I'm gonna actually take my break, and then I'm gonna get back and start doing this part of it. So I have this whole archway here, and then the other archway over there, and they did put a lot of adhesive because it's an archway and they wanted to make sure it was gonna stay. So after that's done, then I can start repairing the walls, which is something I want to do tonight. Get the plaster glued back on to the lath. And then tomorrow I can take it off and start mudding. So that is what we're going to be doing tonight. So I'm going to take my break and I'll see you in a bit. I put the wallpaper stripper in here, and I just sprayed it very liberally across these spots. You let it set for 2 to 5 minutes, and then you scrape it. And then also, I guess my pipes are frozen to the kitchen, and I have to unfreeze those. So, after I do this, I'm going to have to, while I still have some daylight, run out there and try to unfreeze the kitchen. The other pipes are working fine. Kitchen, not so much. So, yeah, I should also go upstairs and check to see the bathroom if the water is working up there or not. Alright, so I'm going to let this sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to scrape it off. And then when we get to repairing the plaster, I will let you in on that. Hello! So I don't want to say that the stripper didn't do anything, but I did have to still use steam. And there, especially on this arch, there is a lot of glue left over. So I don't know what I'm going to do to get the stickies off, because we can't paint it with stickies. And then, like, this isn't coming off, so I don't know. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going through and looking all at the cracks and all the holes and seeing if I need to re-glue the plaster on to the lath. So the way you do that is you press on the crack. If it has give, which this one's a little suspect, I might do this one just because it's a little suspect. Then you definitely want to glue the plaster back on. And I don't know if you can see, but on this one, if you press it, it moves, it gives. So I'm definitely going to have to re-glue that plaster on. So I'm just kind of going through right now on my post-it note so I don't miss any. And I'm just going through and making sure any of the cracks are not ones that the plaster needs to get re-glued on. And then we'll start re-gluing the plaster back on. So that's where I'm at right now. Well, we're having a very frustrating evening. The caulk gun that I got from my dad apparently has interchangeable parts, and the plunger part to it is too big for the Gorilla Glue. I tried MacGyvering it. It did not work. Also, I think these screws are a little bit too big because I don't think you're supposed to go into the wood. And this plaster is very thin. So I'm a little concerned with how this is going to work. I had to stop. It's not working. I got to get a different bit set. I have to get a new caulk gun. I have to get another thing of Gorilla Glue. It's just not working this evening. And all the hardware stores are closed right now. So I guess I'm going to try, I tried Meijer, but Meijer doesn't have what I need. I'm going to try Walmart. But I don't think that's gonna work out. So this is where we're at. And it's the story of my life. So, and this was just a crack that I was gonna fix. And when I used the mason bit on it, it cracked it some more. So that spot definitely needed to be done. So, I don't even know, since it's so thin, if I need these things. Like, I don't know. So this is where we're at. I'm gonna check Meijer. If Meijer has what I need, then I will go and get it tonight, so that tomorrow morning, first thing, I can start. Because this has to dry like 24 hours. So that's like a whole day. And it's just really frustrating. Really frustrating. So I gotta get a new caulk gun, and what's stupid about that is I had 2 caulk guns that I bought 2 accidentally off Amazon. I was like, oh, I don't need it. I found one in my dad's stuff. I'll take that one, and I did need it. So now I gotta go get all of that stuff. So we will see what happens. This was just a really frustrating process. I'm just really frustrated right now. So yeah, that's where we're at tonight. I'm probably just gonna call it a night if Walmart doesn't have it, and then run over to the hardware store tomorrow and see if I can get what I need. So, all right. Good morning, YouTube. Today is Wednesday, and you know I got over here yesterday, and yesterday was a very frustrating day. Anything and everything that could go wrong went wrong. I had to run out to Walmart at 9 o'clock at night. Just frustrating. So I did get the arches cleaned up. I had to use the wallpaper stripper and the steamer. And this arch into the dining room is still really sticky, and I have a patch I cannot get up. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Really don't know. I did end up getting 2 of the plaster repairs done. I wanted to get more, but I have to run out to Walmart again this morning and get some more things, so that's frustrating. I gotta roll with it. I just do. I'm just really stressed right now because this is it. This week is it. I need to get this room painted. Next week I move in. I still have to pack a good portion of my house. And I need to get this done. And the plaster repair has to sit at least for 8 hours before you can take the plaster screws out. I was thinking about it, and I'm not sure because they didn't say a time frame, but this glue completely dries in 24, and I don't want the screws to get stuck in the wall. So I'm figuring after 8 to 10 hours, I could take them out and it should be okay. I'm just thinking on the fly. I don't know if that's true. So, yeah. So the plan this morning is to eat breakfast. I think Walmart opens at 9. I gotta go to Walmart, and I guess it's good that I have to go again because I forgot to get some painting stuff. So go to Walmart, get my stuff, come back, hopefully be able to start these repairs, get all of them repaired, and I'm a little concerned about this one. It's gonna be interesting. And then let it dry. While it's drying, work on the trim in here and possibly work on the ceiling, getting that closed off, and then also working on finishing this window because it looks like poop. I don't know if you can see it because of the sun, but it dried like a flesh tone. Not good. I have an idea on how to fix it. Hopefully that'll happen. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I hope today is a better day and that not everything that can go wrong will go wrong. I also need to get an oil change, so I gotta call the oil change place and see if they take appointments or if you can just pop on by. So this is where we are on a Wednesday. Oh, I also, since we're done pretty much with the wallpaper in here, 3 industrial sized bags are full of wallpaper, not to mention all the little stuff that I can't pick up by hand that's on the floor. So we have that. I'm gonna run out and get the trash going. Just this. I'm not doing the upstairs. And then another thought I had, depending on how well I do on this repair, is probably what I'm going to do in the master bedroom. I've got some ideas to fix some things, make things look nice. I just need somebody to properly cover both of the windows. If I can get somebody to do that for me, that would be fabulous. Also, another frustrating point this morning, all the little post-it notes that I put to differentiate where all of the plaster repair needs to be have fallen. So I'm going to have to do the ones that I can see and that the sticky notes stayed, and then go from there. So that's where we are this morning. I'm going to go grab some breakfast and see when Walmart opens and if I can get an oil change this morning. Right, did all my errands today, this morning, and it's after 10 now. So the first step is you're going to take a masonry bit and you're going to put a bunch of holes around the crack, around the flailing plaster. This is going to be fun to see how this turns out. There's going to be, needs to be more holes, but I want to secure this piece. Now, yes, when you do put the holes in, you can crack a lot of the plaster off, and that's what's happening with this big hole. So after you do that, you're going to take and shot back the holes to get any debris out. And then if you know what masonry primer is, you're supposed to put that in next. I have no idea. Then I have Gorilla Glue construction adhesive, and I'm going to be putting it in all the holes. Then I'm going to take a plaster washer and screws and screw it into the wall. And that is pretty much it. I did check a couple of these holes to make sure that I could get the screws and the washer out. And I can, and it's still a little tacky, so I'm going to leave that on there still. So this is what I'm going to do right now, is put the Gorilla adhesive in, and then I am going to screw all the washers in, and we'll see where we're at after that. Alright, so I ran out of plaster washers. I don't know where I'm going to get some other ones, or if that's a specialty item. But the next step is to wipe down everywhere I've put those. This, as I was drilling, the loose stuff was falling, so that's good. Some of the holes, for whatever reason, were really deep, so I think they were between laths, and some of them just wouldn't go. I have to do a few more around here just to secure it a little bit better, but I am missing this row here, and all of that up there. So I'm going to start calling some of the hardware stores, see if they have plaster washers, and go from there, because like I said, this has to be done today, and I have come across so many obstacles in trying to make this happen. And so I'm just trying not to get frustrated, trying to breathe through it. I just want to be able to paint in here so I don't have to worry about moving my sofa later. That's all I want to do. So this, I may try to put a couple holes down here that might crack. A lot of them, like I tried putting ones here and they cracked. There's a thing here, so this all cracked here. This, it's not terrible if it cracks because I can put the joint compound, but it's got to be flat is the issue. Sure, I gotta go make some phone calls. The handyman's supposed to come by. I don't know what he's wanting to do because I'm not paying $2,800 for him to put drywall upstairs. It just seems expensive. And like I said, if I can repair this wall and make it look semi-decent, I can repair upstairs. So off to the hardware stores, I guess. I don't think there was anything on this wall that really needed super repair, which I'm thankful for. This wall is also going to be a little tricky. And then this wall is just a few little spots. My Post-its fell, so I don't know. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Frustrated, out of supplies again. I gotta get a damp sponge and wipe these off, and then try to find some more washers. So we'll see where we're at. And I hope to God I didn't get this glue on the carpet anywhere. I just hope. All right. So update. The hardware stores do not carry the plaster washers, and I am out. So I took the ones that I did last night and I put them in some of the other holes, although some of the other holes are just going to have to dry the way they are. I can drive about an hour to get some, but it doesn't look like the stores an hour away have very much quantity. And I don't want to get all the way down there and then not have any, and you know how that goes. So I have to order on Amazon. I looked on the phone and it said the soonest would be Friday or next Tuesday. I hope to God it's not next Tuesday. So I got to order those now and not do plaster repair right now. So I have some things I can do. I have to finish the trim. I have to fix this window so it doesn't look like poop, and put some shellac on it. And today's Wednesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, get those things done. Maybe even caulk the ceiling. And then we can start working on plaster repair. This stuff will be done, but the major problem over here, I have to do some more. So it's not technically ready for the joint compound So, yeah, so that's where we're at, unfortunately, in a time crunch. Don't have a lot of time to be fooling around, and this is where we're at. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna start working on the window, although I have to go out in the basement and figure out why I don't have water in the kitchen. Still haven't figured that out. It's daylight. I need to go during the day. So I think that's the first thing I'm gonna do right now is go check to see why the kitchen doesn't have water, and then go from there. Contractor came out. They're talking about redoing the closet, I guess. I don't know, but then he was talking about the bedroom. So I don't know. He's getting me another quote by the end of the day. I have adhesive on my face. This is a very messy process. I recommend wearing gloves. I was not wearing gloves. So anyway, he's going to give me another quote on what I don't know. And then, the other thing, I took out the washers and the screws on the stuff I did last night, and it's still really gummy. I thought it would be a little bit more set. It's still pretty gummy, so I don't know what that means. If that didn't work, if I'm screwing it up by taking the washers out at this point in my life, I don't know. And so yeah, so that's where we're at. I got to go down into the basement and try to figure out why I'm not getting any hot water in the kitchen, or any water for that matter. I am getting hot water, I'm just not getting any water. I'm hoping it's not a broken pipe and all the water is going in the kitchen somewhere on the floor or something. So that's where we're at. Unfortunately, time crunch. I can't do what I need to do today, which really frustrates me. So I'm gonna order stuff from Amazon and then get back to doing what I can do, I guess. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit.